Oh, you still
Welcome,
with me?
yeah. Welcome
Okay.
to why. Welcome to Why Not Us podcast. It's your host Ken J. Y'all already know what it is. It's Freestyle Friday chats with Sheeka. You already know the vibes,
What's going
man.
on,
You
y'all?
already know what it is. How you
I had to
feeling
make sure because
mentally?
I know when I'm at home, my internet be acting funny. Can you still hear
Hey,
me?
yeah, I can still hear you. Can you see me? Oh, you stuck. Like Chuck, what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody having a great day. It's Friday. I'm grateful to be alive, man. How y'all doing today, man? How y'all feeling mentally? What the vibe is? What y'all got planned today, man? I'm operating in gratitude, man. Gratitude is essential. You know what I'm saying? We having some technical difficulties right now. Um, but she'll be back. She most definitely will be back. Come in, sit down, drink, and just vibe with us, man. That's what it's all about. Just being able to take a step back and just relax. She'll be back, y'all. Don't worry about it. She will be back. Like I said, it's Freestyle Friday. Chats with Sheeka. Everybody that's tuning in right now, just let me know how y'all feeling mentally. I just want to know how y'all feeling today. Most importantly, man, what y'all got planned today? What's on your agenda? You know what I mean? What's going on? Sheika will be on soon. You know what I'm saying? She got some technical difficulties going on. Um, how y'all doing for the people that's coming in today? Let me know how y'all feeling today in the chat, man. What the vibe is, what the energy is like, man. How the family. Have y'all been outside today? Because it looked beautiful outside today. I think I'm going to go, you know, talk to some trees today. I think I'm going to go hug some trees today for real. Talk to some squirrels. Hope I might see a couple birds today. I really love birds. So y'all know the vibe, man. There she goes. She
Mm-hmm.
go back.
All right, look, it was still like when I'm at home, my internet want to act funny, but I'm on my phone, so we're not gonna have no interruptions today. So,
Hey,
hello everyone, happy Friday.
for sure. How you feeling
Yeah,
mentally, Sheika?
mentally I'm feeling good. Like the day started off kind of like sluggish because my sleep was kind of off. Um, so I had to kind of really go into my ritual and pull out all the stops to get me where I needed to go. So I got my energy up. But so right now I'm definitely feeling blessed. I'm feeling grateful. And feeling pretty good mentally. So how about you? How you feeling mentally?
Man, I'm feeling great mentally. I just see a lot of things happening. A lot of people are being aligned in my life. Just grateful for that.
Okay.
I'm operating in gratitude. For sure. So I'm just grateful for life. Honestly, I feel good mentally. Sometimes those intrusive thoughts try to come in, and I say I only manifest positive thoughts into my reality. Like,
Okay.
nah, bruh, nah, cause sometimes your mind be trying to take you back to what you used to do. You understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Ooh, that
Things
ego.
that you might have did when you was 10 or 11 and try to just
Yep.
so when I get that in my mind, because it will pop up at any time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I don't feel no emotion like I used to with it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because we normally connect thoughts and different memories with emotions. when you
Mm-hmm.
when you detach, can you give me a water, babe? When you detach, your emotions from the memories, that's when you on the right track. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah,
So
because
I'm good
that
mentally.
emotional mind is good. Sometimes it can take over. So, well, I'm glad to hear that because I know
Yeah.
sometimes, and that leads into. So, what I got, I did a different deck today. So, I got like an actual deck that like breaks down the gates in human design. So, I
Okay.
pulled a human design card today, and then I also pulled like a card from tarot. So, I want to do the tarot first because I want to actually read what it says because I asked, specifically your spirit had a message for the collective. So I'm gonna just read it. So if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. I pulled out for anybody who's interested in tarot or knows what it is. I pulled a card, Two of Pentacles. So if you're into anything like that, each deck normally has its own interpretation. So whatever resonates and with you, this is for whoever it's gonna be. So The words for the Two of Pentacles, which is the one that we always talking about, is balance, prioritizing in daily affairs. So the message says, your lively lifestyle is keeping you active, buzzing from one place to the next, busy bee. So, with the Two of Pentacles, you have a vision in mind, and now it is a matter of taking daily action in order to implement it. You can see the big picture, but don't forget about the individual brushstrokes it took to create this entire painting. Details are equally important, if not more so. So, whoever this needs to be for, this is the most important part. Create structure so that you are able to focus on the important task at hand to build your long term vision. There's freedom and boundaries. The infinity sign symbolizes the unlimited amount of time, flow, and change at your disposal. You are faced with conflicting interests and must prioritize what is more important in this moment in time. So I wanted to share the
Wait a
card.
minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to cut. I'm
No, you
sorry to
fine.
cut you off.
You fine.
I'm sorry to cut you off because it's just so crazy. Because you talking about the affinity sign, right? I've
Mm-hmm.
been thinking about the 8. You
Yeah,
understand
look,
that 8?
this the actual
I
card.
promise you. Oh my God. I
This is the
promise
actual card
you.
I pulled today. It's so pretty.
Man, listen, I don't even know. Like, bro, things are real. Like, I mean, I know I sound crunk, but
No, you did. That's why I was like, listen, I promise you it was on my spirit. Like I said, my energy when I started the day was just kind of slow. And I was like, the spirit was like, you got a message. I pulled out my sage and everything today. So that message, if it resonates with the infinity sign, and I'm big on number 8 because 8 is my birthday month, but 8 is actually one of my numbers too. But the infinity sign is so powerful. Like I use the infinity sign when I'm doing Reiki sessions, because it is constant and keeps going. So whoever that message is for, let that resonate. So I'm glad that you connected.
yeah, I
For sure.
connected because it's just so crazy. You know what I mean? Like this, it was a tattoo that somebody had got or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had got of, what I'm saying? They had the infinity sign, they had my initials on it, right? But this is
Mm-hmm.
in my past, but it had nothing to do with the tattoo. It was just
Okay.
like me thinking about the affinity sign or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sometimes people really don't understand what affinity mean as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people really don't understand that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you have to be careful how to use that infinity sign. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? You really have to be connected with that individual to actually be using infinity sign. People just be doing anything, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because they don't know, but it's because
Yeah.
even before I really started studying and understanding what it was, I was just like, oh wow, like I was even not even understanding correctly what it means, but it's
Mm-hmm.
a whole different level of energy. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a powerful number, it's a powerful symbol. So people, that if you really do your knowledge, and shout out to Jennifer, I saw Jennifer in the chat, and then Miss Elizabeth
Dr.
Keith,
Keith. Yes, Dr. Keith.
yeah, Dr.
Shout out to
Keith.
Jennifer.
So, but yeah, so that was the message from the collective, and then the card from the human design. The word is opinions. So it gives a word. The word is opinions, and then it gives a fear. And the fear attached to opinions on this card is fear of challenge. So that's the fear. People normally have a fear of challenge, and the word is opinions. And then it gives like a couple of reflection questions. So one of the questions on there is that how do you react when a person has an opinion different from yours? And are you open to having a discussion with
So you got time today, Sheeka.
them? Look, I told you, I said spirit, whatever card come out, and
So so
opinion.
so you got time. You had time. How
Let's
you
do
doing,
it.
Gina? What's going on? You really got time today, right? I'm just
you like really you of all, hey Gina, of all words, this is what the first it came out,
I
opinions,
love it though. I love
fear of
it.
challenge. Like something said pull from this deck today, so this is where we at.
Girl, I love it. I love it. So I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
ready to have the
all right.
conversation, man. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say about just like the fear part, so the fear of challenge. So a lot of people oh thank you.
You
That's so
already know the
sweet.
vibe. You know I love you.
For sure. But yeah, so the fear of challenge, a lot of people have this fear. This is like ain't like nobody can have, anybody has a fear. So knowing what the word challenge means to you, and think about that. So all I'm going to say about the fear of challenge today is just that if you are going through some things like challenges in your life and it blocks you from living because you're afraid that more challenges going to come, it goes back to what we were saying last week. Like take the ambition and just push and do what you got to do, but just be mindful of what that look like because opinions can hold us back, and opinions could possibly cause challenges in our life. Opinions could stop you from having logical thinking, or some of y'all don't even think for yourself, so y'all got to depend on somebody else's opinion to push through, and that's people pleasing. Raise my hand again. So
Codependency.
just that. But like I said, one of the questions that outside of the one I already said, like how do you react when a person has an opinion different from yours? The other question on there is, hold on, where does it go? How does it feel when you encounter opinionated folks?
Mm.
I'm gonna just shoot it on over there to you.
So we can most definitely have this conversation about opinions. I have a problem sometimes with opinions because sometimes opinions aren't needed. Sometimes
Okay.
opinions aren't needed. I'm very mindful of I don't really like it. It's okay to have your own mind, right? It's
Yeah.
okay to have your own opinion, but opinions aren't facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you're not strong mentally and you do have someone in your life that's opinionated on your life and you operate in people pleasing, it could really mess up your mental. It
Mm-hmm.
could really have you, excuse me for burping. Excuse me again.
Right.
It could really have you in a place of self-sabotage. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you my vision, right? I feel like I could come to you, tell you my vision, but you
Mm-hmm.
telling me, nah, that ain't the way to go. Nah, I don't think you should do that, Kendra. Nah, that ain't the way you go. Nah, 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 nah. So that's like tearing me down. Like
Yeah.
that's like coming back to like a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like for real, feeling like, yo,
That's the truth.
like, dang, nobody don't believe in my vision. Nobody don't believe in my dream. So, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's my lower self, but my higher self, I welcome opinions. I
Okay.
welcome opinions. And with my higher self, I welcome opinions. If I never welcome opinions, you know what I'm saying? I would have never. So if somebody give me an opinion, I don't agree with it, right? So basically,
Mm-hmm.
what I like to do is I like to do what I want to do and prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, but that's kind of I'm operating the ego a little bit, but I'm just being honest.
Okay. We all a
I,
work in practice.
so it's like, bro, all right, somebody tell me something. I feel like I'm doing a good job or something. Somebody say, well, you shouldn't do A, B, C, and D. So if you're telling me I shouldn't do A, B, C, and D, I'm gonna do A, B, C, D, and E with the exclamation point. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if they might be right, but I feel like that I'm right. I always have to go with how I feel and how my spirit feels. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if I know they're coming from a place of love, you know what I'm saying? I'll listen to
Yeah.
their opinions.
That
Cause
matters.
for real, yeah. So listen, with this right here, me being on here live and stuff, someone gave me opinion, was like, yo, you should go live more. You should do this. So guess what? I took their advice and I did that. Then I
Okay.
also had somebody to tell me you shouldn't be going live. Why you go live so much? You understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about an act of balance, like you said. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and that's the thing too. And you have to decide because again, when you running a business, when you doing stuff, when you putting yourself out there, you don't know. Like for me, I got trial and error energy all through my human design chart. So I am here to do things, try them out, and if it doesn't work, I move on to the next thing. So sometimes that's how humans operate. Everybody's not meant to get everything right the first time. So for you, you take both opinions and you see, like you decide, like okay, there are days I might be doing too much. I might be team too much. I'm over acting like I'm a generator when I'm a projector. I need to slow down a little bit. But who's to say it could be on your podcast? It could be in your background, personal life. So you got to decide as you do this trial and error with your podcast, like what works for me. How was the flow going for me? How was I feeling? How was my energy when I was going slower? How does it feel going fast? And doing different things because again, your podcast. That's the beauty about podcasts. It's there, it's stored. So if people don't get to watch things, it might be a year from now for somebody might see this live, but it might touch them when it's supposed to. So like
Yeah.
you find what you're supposed to be doing, and you find a balance for you. And when you say, all right, I found the right amount of time that I'm supposed to put into my podcast because more opportunities are coming to me, I got to put energy elsewhere. I ain't stopping what I'm doing. I'm just shifting my focus a little bit. So
Yeah.
like you said earlier, like, the old version, even for me, I'll share, as far as like opinion used to shut me down. But that was when I was in my wounded space. That was when I was in my low self-esteem space because I allowed them to think for me. That's why I'm easy to say, like some of y'all, because I've gotten to a place where it's like I know my growth, and I'm big on people learning how to think for themselves and knowing when somebody's opinion, like you said, comes from a loving space or a space that actually genuinely cares about you,
Mm-hmm.
then it's okay. But it's like, if you offer somebody's opinion, make sure that you're doing it from a space of love and care, not to try to tear anybody down, because that's not what it's about. But people's opinions are what they're gonna be. And sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with us. We gotta say, "Is that got something to do with me?" No. We gotta
Yep.
decide sometimes if it's up for us to respond, sometimes it's not. But being able to, like you said, welcome opinions. I welcome people. I got open mindedness all through my child. I'm an open minded person. I love people that don't think inside of a box, that people like. It's okay
Yes.
to have opinions. Like, say what you need to say, but then you ain't gotta, like I said, be able to, tear somebody down or come from a space of your wounded space. If you wounded, don't come at me with nothing, because you can't tell me something, because you still operating from your space of hurt and pain. So I like when
Yeah.
people can speak their opinion and have a freedom of their mind and be able to say what they want to say and not feel like they used to feel back in the day, where it's like, I can't even say this because so and so told me it won't right, or I can't, or should I say this, or I can't make a decision without wondering what five people think before I decide which one is the right one.
Yep.
So
So, yep.
yeah,
That's exactly. So, hold on. Gina said that's why I always step back and feel the energy and the source of opinions. That's
mm,
true. That's
hmm
most definitely true. But with me, I don't really give my. I operate in love and light, so I don't really with opinions with people and stuff.
hmm
Like if I see someone that has a vision, right, and they
yeah,
say KJ or Kendra or KenJ, whatever they addressing me, and they telling me their vision, that is their vision. I'm not gonna sit there and throw. I'm not gonna hurt them. I'm
yeah,
not gonna say, oh, you can't do that, because I might not understand it. So what
right,
I'll do is I'll listen, and I'll, you know what I'm saying, I'll just listen. I have nothing to say, but I believe in you. That's all I have to say. That's all I can say. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just operate differently because I know how it feels to really not have your own mind at times, because you're trying to please everybody else. So
yeah,
you stay in the box. You feel what I'm saying? You stay in the
yeah,
box because you really scared. You understand
hmm
what I'm saying? But baby, when
yeah,
I bust out that box, because I bust out, because even with the podcast,
yeah.
people were trying to make me have a niche. You know what I'm saying? Focus on one thing.
'Cause that's what everybody else is doing.
I can't. I am the
We ain't
niche.
following.
I am the niche. I am the niche. Period. Like,
Create your own, like,
yeah. So nah, and
be
that
your
had
look. One
me.
of the messages on Only
Yeah.
Set Y'all. One of the messages on, I forgot also too, with the opinions, is be your own hero. So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So, but I was scared of that too, Sheeka, because I'm like, yo, okay, maybe I should listen to this person because this person did this A, B, C, and D, E, F, G.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what Frank Sinatra say? I do it on my way. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it my
yeah,
way. You know what I'm saying? Creating my own path. You know what I mean? Not worried about what this person doing, not worried about what this person is doing, just focus on what I'm doing and what
yeah,
my platform is about. Now, if I can help people, like I'm willing to help people start their platform. You feel
yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm willing to help people understand how to podcast. That's what I'm here to do, is help people.
yep. That's right.
Help people.
You
Like
are.
I
You
don't
are
want to
here to
hide
inspire.
nothing. I'm not gonna help. I'm not gonna hide nothing. Like hide information. People hide information for
Yeah, they
what?
do. They do.
For
People hide
what?
information don't want to help, but then charge your arm and a leg for you the information. Just like that's how I felt too with me.
Yeah.
Like when I started my private practice, I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I wanted to create something different, but I still needed to learn the basics. And some people were
Mm-hmm.
forthcoming, some people were not. I tell people, like, anybody, please ask a question because you won't know until you ask. Like
Yeah.
I'm also a clinical supervisor too, so I
Let's
help,
go.
so I help like beginning therapists, like get into their trade and figure out things. But one thing I had to learn, like, yeah, my education is great, and I don't discredit it, but I didn't start really getting my experience until I started working and getting out in the field and trying things out and seeing what worked for me. And so, like, with the podcast, like, yeah, everybody had, that's the thing, everybody specializes in a particular niche, or everybody has a different focus. You are touching on so many different things. Like, people, you have created so many topics. Like, certain people take some of your topics and focus on that and have that. No, why not us is your podcast. The why not part is the biggest thing. So it's like, why am I supposed to do something, do what everybody else doing? Nah, that's how you
Yeah.
stand out. Like, and again, one of the words on the opinions card was called the following. So it's like, we're not here to be followers. Like, I'm a manifesting generator. I'm here to change the game at some point. I'm here to sample and create beauty from all the things that I sample to still make it mine. You are here to inspire. You are here to figure out what your gifts are and help people find their gifts. And so when you really know who you are in terms of not necessarily just your human design, but when you start recognizing, like, opinions don't hold me back, I'm not going to allow the fear of different things holding me back, then we can start living. Like, we can stay focused in the now. Like, sometimes a whole meditation is just you sitting here thinking, like, okay, what is today about?
Yes.
Reminding us that today is the gift. I'll worry about tomorrow when I get here, because we always want to be on all this time, but it's like, what's going on today? Like, today is Friday. Yes, a lot of us may be in our work week. Some of us are starting, people just going into their weekend job. Like, be thankful for whatever you got, but what is going on today? Like, what do you want to accomplish today? What is your goal for today? Going back to that
Yes.
message earlier about the balance. We're always talking about balance, balance, and balance. Is like, how can I provide balance to my day so that way someone's opinions or someone's negativity or someone's energy is not pulling me back. We just came out of full moon energy last night. It's going to also be tonight. So that the full moon is every month is always about releasing. So what do you want to
Mm.
release tonight? Like, if you didn't catch it last night, it's fine. You still can pull into that full moon energy tonight. So think about that. Like, what do I want to release? You need to release the opinions that somebody's holding you back, because somebody out there is allowing other people's opinions to block them from living, to block them from making that decision, to block them from taking a challenge and taking a step out on what they're supposed to be doing. So please take a reflection and say, in this energy tonight, what do I want to release so that way I can move into the next week and the next phase of my life? Because we got a few more months of the year, and some of y'all still sitting on New Year's resolutions from January. That's why I don't play with them. That's why I don't care nothing about them. So
Hey.
decide, again, conditioned thinking. So just make sure that you are being able to decide what y'all want to release. Again, today is the gift. What am I going to release today so tomorrow can be better?
What's going on, everybody? What's good? What's good with you,
Hello.
Michelle? What's
Happy Friday.
good?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on? What's the
Tribe. That's
vibe
tribe,
now?
tribe.
You already know the vibe. So yeah, like this is very important, you know what I'm saying? Because when you really unlock your most authentic self, you just look at things differently. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
understand, like you are like once you really understand that you are only in control of yourself, and nothing like I think the most powerful thing for me is I'm not in control of nothing else but myself. So
Mm-hmm.
knowing that, I just want to be like a river.
Yeah.
I just want to be like a river. You know what I'm saying? No matter what's going on, the chaos or nothing, guess what? The river still flow. The river
Yeah.
don't stop flowing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like, bruh, like, I always bring up the subject of my other half. I sure do
Okay. Shout
all the
out.
time. I always do that because I had to thank her this morning. I was like, yo, thank you for teaching me how to be still. Thank you.
That's
Like,
that's a good thing to be. I will remind her that all the time, because some people don't, they struggle with
yeah.
it, especially if you feel like you were missing that.
Yeah, but I was always rushing everything, Sheeka.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I want to
for
rush
no reason.
everything. But like, how can you really enjoy something if you do not go through the process?
Yeah.
If you do not go through the process, just like a like wine. Wine gets better
Hmm.
with time, right?
That's right.
And it starts with a grape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Starts with that grape. And how long does it take to do what it do and make that wine and
Takes a
everything
good
like that?
time.
Don't that wine and stuff gotta sit still?
Gotta sit still,
It
do what
just
it
gotta
do.
sit still and just continue to mature and different things like that, girl.
Yep.
Girl, when my book come out, y'all gonna see.
Ooh, it's already
Y'all
gonna
gonna
be fire.
see.
Yeah.
Facts. You
Listen,
already know,
listen,
man.
and that's the thing too. Like another part to that full moon energy. The full moon was in Aquarius, so Aquarius energy is all about creative. Being intelligent. Aquarius are also very progressive in nature, so it's like that's another attachment too. Is like when you deciding what that energy looks like for your full moon. Like some of y'all probably sitting on a book or sitting on something that been working on. This is the time to either get back to it if it's been sitting on a shelf or sitting in your computer. Get back to it.
Yes.
Release whatever's been holding you back from creating this project, starting your side hustle, maybe leaving a job or asking for a promotion or asking for a raise. Whatever you've been sitting on, this is the time. This is the energy to release whatever is blocking you so you can move in that Aquarius energy and really decide. Because again, creativity ain't just about like artsy, craftsy, drawing art. Creative is using your mind. Creative is using your heart. Creative is helping someone who truly needs to be helped and get to a certain place and level of growth. Not to be, contributing to some people be asking for help and y'all still doing the same thing the next week. It's like, okay, never mind. I helped you to do what? Continue being in your stuck pattern? Nah. Mm-mm.
Facts. Facts.
Sometimes it's okay to help people do that, but you got to know the genuine people who really ready to grow before I decide I'm going to help you. Not to just have your hand out and then you still doing the same thing next week. It's like, oh, okay, so you didn't even
Yeah.
want what I gave you in the beginning. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, cause yeah, for sure. Hey, I love you too, mama's little girl. I love you too, Gina. Michelle, you gotta write that book. Gina, you gotta write that book. Y'all, hey, I'm ready to support y'all. We got
I know that's
authors in
right.
here. This the energy right here. Yes, let's
Yes.
go, baby.
Come on,
We
Gina,
got
write
let's
that
go,
book. Come
baby.
on, Michelle. Listen,
Let's
listen, look,
go,
and I
baby.
promise you, listen, I got my own little writing schedule. Like I've been sitting on my stuff too, so that message ain't, it ain't just me sitting on it.
She will be back, y'all. She most definitely big energy. You know she'll be back for sure. You know what I'm saying? She having some technical difficulties, but yeah, continue to write. Start on writing on that book. You know what I'm saying? Start writing on that book. She will be back. She will be back. She will most definitely be back. But start writing on that book. You know what I mean? Like start writing on that book. Like you got to. You gotta make like if you can, there she go. She back.
I don't know how to operate this phone, y'all. So that was me hitting the button. But yes, see, I was getting all excited. Yes, anybody need to release that book? I've been sitting on some stuff too. So please, like, I'm so big on the full moon. People, I used to think too before I was lack knowledge that if oh my God, it's a full moon, what's bad gonna happen? No, what's good gonna happen? What am I releasing? The new moon that comes, that's for us to set intention. And then when the full moon comes, we release. Every month we should be releasing something. That's how we growing. If you still holding on to stagnant energy, this is the time. So again, tonight, release, get in that creative energy that Aquarius energy is about. So you can decide, what's the next steps. Because I promise you, we got a lot of authors, like you said earlier, and I can't wait to support.
I can,
I love
hey,
to read. That's one of my things. I love to read. So I got so many books that I can't even keep up. So I don't mind adding some up.
you know what's so crazy though? My cousin Louise, right?
Mhm.
Like she's actually texting me right now. She just came back from Africa.
Mhm.
And her and my mom always saying that, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna write a book and be in England and different things like that. But it was just so amazing how we just talking about writing a book and all of a sudden she just got back from her trip and she just
Okay.
texted me. That girl, I just believe in
Manifesting,
everything.
speaking it.
I believe in
Speak
yes.
it.
Yes, so I believe in everything. You did. Yo, my old lady did just tell me that about releasing in the full moon. Yeah. She did. You
Yeah.
right, Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, you did say something about the full moon last night. You did say something about that for sure. Cause she said
Yes.
it was a full moon last night. Yeah.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
really have to release. I really have to release church hurt.
Okay, that's a good one.
Um,
Okay.
I really have to release church hurt. I'm actually doing a series about church hurt.
Okay.
That's something that I have to let go.
Yeah, because that's if that's something that's holding you back
Yeah.
for many years, like yeah,
Yes. Yeah. So
gotcha.
that's so that's what really kept me away from really having a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because I felt
okay.
like I wasn't able to have a relationship with God because of everything that was put in me, like put in
Yeah.
my head. Like if I
Okay.
do A, B, C, and D, I can't have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can't have a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like a battle. Like people don't understand. Just it's different. You know what I'm saying? But when I do have this series, Church Hurt, it will open up a lot of people's eyes of what has happened in the church with a lot of people that's gay. A lot
Okay.
of people that's in the LGBT community, from not being able to participate in the choir anymore, from not being able to
Mm,
play the drums anymore, for not being able to be a part of the congregation because of who you are.
who you authentically, yeah, yeah. Okay, they
Um
couldn't be authentic. So, is your personal story what inspired this topic for you? You know, for you to move into, or was
so
it
my
something that you was talking with other people? Like, how did that idea come about?
so one time when I was in church, I was around about 15 years old. I won't even say the church that I was at or anything. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
But the preacher said those people on the funny farm.
Oh.
Those people on the funny farm. And at that moment, at 15 years old, me being different, knowing that I like girls. I like girls when I'm
Yeah.
young. Like, yo, I like girls. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I was brought up in the church on the word, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, yo, like I really had to transform myself to be in the box. Like I really had to be in a box to fit religion. You
Oh
understand
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that like I was never really operating in my most authentic self. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because me being a lesbian is a part of who I am. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It doesn't has anything to do with the content of my character,
Right.
but when you're constantly getting beat in the head with something being wrong with you, you
Yeah.
going to hell. Something wrong with you. Something
Hmm.
wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You a
Yeah.
demon. You a demon. You a demon. Who wants to be gay if you a demon?
Right.
Nobody
And
don't
to
want to
hear
wake up.
that.
Nobody don't want to wake up in the morning. Nobody really like being gay, bruh. That's like, bruh. That ain't people don't understand. Like you gotta fight for that. Like you
Yeah.
gotta fight to be yourself.
Yep. And it's a
Nobody.
battle. Like it's nothing like
Yeah.
being 15, being at that age, confused, trying to
Bruh.
understand what gay mean and all the different things. But when you don't have the support of where you thought where you went, you was going to church. That was where you
Man,
thought that was the place that was
man.
going to be open to you. I'm glad you're covering that because me as a trauma therapist, one thing that more people, like I said, are really figuring out like spiritual and religious trauma. Like when I give people a list, identify what kind of trauma they've experienced, that's on their spiritual and religious trauma. Like more people are starting to recognize that they have that,
Yeah.
that it's a form of trauma that consumes them. I know something that was a part attached to my narrative as well that blocked me from trying to be who I needed to be at the time. And so it's like you have to really decide like how does the hurt, because again, church hurt and spiritual, like it's different phases, but it's all pain. But for people to come out and tell their story so that way other people will understand why people feel the way
Yeah.
they feel. Like, so I have some people that say, I feel like God is mad at me or I'm angry with God. And it's like, you got to process and know what that looks like because we've all been, conditioned to think God is a certain way. But when we get our own relationship with God, then we can define the way we want to define it. Because my God is not an anger God. My God does not sit up and punish me. Like, I can't blame it. Oh, well, this is the reason.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, because
it's deeper
yeah,
than what we've been taught.
it's like really different levels of it. Because religion will have you feeling Like, listen, I'm a strong individual because I was out here trying to get delivered. I was out here trying to be something that I wasn't. I was out. I was like, yo, I need a boyfriend, so I got to get a boyfriend. Everything I thought that I supposed to do, like I was always trying to fit in. Like, yo, I supposed to have a boyfriend. I supposed to do this and do that. But it's like, bro, I really didn't like. Boy, I mean, it was I like the way you dress. You know what I'm saying? I like your style. So it was more like, yo, you my homie type vibe, bro. Like,
yeah, it wasn't not what people
but
wanted you to be.
I
You
just,
use the key word supposed to and
so it was,
should.
so it was
Supposed to and
like,
should are negative words.
so listen, so me trying to be something that I wasn't when I was younger, like that was a whole transformation in itself, because it's like you really have to go along. Man, listen, listen, it's a lot, man, that I
It's a
really have
lot.
to release. And it was like people could attack me. People would attack me. They would attack me because of who my sexual orientation. Like they would use that as, if they mad at me, man, you gay, you going to hell. Like they'll throw that in my face. And it
Yeah,
was like, yo, I couldn't say nothing back because in my head, that's the biggest thing ever, because that's all people talk about. They don't talk about
exactly.
nothing else, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the only two commandments God really wants you to do is love your neighbor, love him with all of you, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. You
right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the other stuff, thou should not kill, thou should not steal, all that, you won't do it because you loving your neighbor like you love yourself. So why would you
Yeah,
steal from your neighbor? You ain't no steal from yourself.
yeah.
You
And
understand what I'm
one thing,
saying?
I will say, that's why I say I'm glad you're doing that, because then you get an opportunity for you to tell your story and also give people an opportunity to tell their story. One thing I learned is I start going through my own spiritual journey, not taking away from different things. I feel like the Bible holds some gems, but I learned in my own spiritual journey to create my own commandments. So that way I know what principle I'm living on. Because for a long time, I was adapting values and principles and opinions and all these things from family and society and all these things. But when you really start getting elevated into your self-love journey, where you love yourself so much, you start speaking those command statements. Like, what is those things to me? I command positive energy in my life. I command
Yeah.
abundance in my life. Like, we all should be developing command. I learned that from my mentor. Like, affirmations, we need to have those, but we should also have commands. So we command that energy into our life and speak those daily. We should have our own principles, whether you're pulling from different, wherever you're pulling them from. But that should be something that we should be also doing too, to help us. So when you talk about releasing church hurt, decide what commandments you want to set for your own self. So that way you can use those to, not pull away from what you already have, built for your own foundation, but add to them and say, like, I want to put love and light in everywhere that I go, for my neighbor, for anybody that I touch, anybody that's hearing, like, go deeper, so that way it helps you release whatever you're holding on to, so you can release this and then command the new energy that you're ready to walk into. So I challenge you to
Yeah.
do that, because I know that you got a lot to release, but I promise you that you got a lot more to gain once you get rid of that energy, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
a
for
whole
sure.
new
So,
light.
hey yo, so it's kind of like with my platform, it's like I want everybody to feel like they're welcome. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Kind
Yeah.
of, like a church, come
Yeah.
as you are.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. So this podcast is like, yo, you really could come as you are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really not gonna judge you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really not gonna point my finger at you. I'm really not gonna isolate you from everybody. I'm gonna
Yeah.
really listen to you. I'm really gonna pour into you. I'm really gonna love you. I'm really gonna encourage you. I'm really gonna
Mhm.
clap for you. I'm really gonna
Yeah.
walk with you. You know what
That's
I'm
what it's
saying? That's
about.
the energy I'm on, because
That's what it's
that wasn't
about.
happening to me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember how people used to look at me. I remember how people made me feel.
Mm-hmm.
So even in the negative sense and even in the positive sense, you understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate, like, matter of fact, I don't even care. I called Gina one day and I
Mm-hmm.
started crying. Gina on the line, because she used to
Yeah.
babysit me. Gina Taylor.
Aw.
Gina used to babysit me. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I was younger. And Gina always loved me. She always loved me and my sister. You feel what I'm saying? So something again with the something going on with her connection. But yeah, like Gina, like I most definitely had to like I just released I released with her, like with Gina, like she made me feel comfortable when I was like 16, 17. When she
Yeah.
stayed in Lewisburg, I used to go to her house. You feel what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
I used to
Yeah.
go to her house. I could used to chill with her at her house. You know what I'm saying? She always was so kind to me. So I always remember how people made me feel. And
That's the
all
best
those
thing.
individuals that made me feel like nothing was wrong with me, I will always remember them. I will always treat them right. I will always add to them. And when I get to the place that I'm getting, I'm taking them with me
I
because
love it.
I need that genuine love around me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the energy I'm on. I cried with her. I don't even know why I cried. Like a situation
Because you
happened
felt
to
comfortable
me.
and you needed to let it out.
Yeah, but a situation happened to me when I was 19 years old. I was put in a situation. I had. I'll talk about that one day, but I was put in a
Okay.
situation with a older person, basically condemning me, and for so long I really couldn't stand that person, and yeah, I was scared of that person. I was scared of a lot of people. I was scared to come around a lot of people because I didn't know how they accept me. So I stayed
Yeah.
away from Lewisburg. I
I
stayed away from
understand.
family because I didn't want to embarrass people.
Yeah.
I feel like I was an embarrassment of who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
man, I don't want to embarrass them, so I'm not gonna go to their wedding. I don't want to embarrass them, so I might not go to that family reunion. So I isolated
Man.
myself. I stayed
Yep.
to myself because I felt like I was an embarrassment. Do you know how that feels? When you
Whew.
like 18, 19, 20 years old and you feel like you were an embarrassment?
Yeah. A prime
So with
example of how opinions of people and negative energy hold us
yeah.
back. I know what that feels like. Yep.
Yes, so I
It don't feel
refuse.
good.
So I'm building up my nephew now to understand that he will never be an embarrassment. I'm building up my nephew now to understand that he's a young king. I'm building up my nephew to know that I would love him in all in for I would love my nephew. It doesn't matter. I love Larry Amir Kareem Joyner and I love him and I would
Yeah.
never stop loving my nephew and that's what it is. Like I will
I love
not.
it.
It would not be a but because it was always a but with me. I
Yeah.
love you, Kendra, but
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Kendra,
It's like,
but
here
I
it
don't
comes.
agree with your lifestyle. And I allow people to talk to me like that.
But again, wounded space. You didn't know. But see, look at the growth though. Like I promise you, and this fits so well with what we talking about earlier, like just the topic of just opinions. Like opinions have held me back. I know so many times and our stories are very similar. So many things have held me back. Like, I got a tattoo on my arm that says only God can judge me with the Holy Bible. Because at that time in my life, that's when I decided I don't care who knows what I am and who I am. Because for a long time I felt like I was worried about the image of my family, the image of what people saw of my parents. Then I was feeling embarrassed. Like I would literally be walking into Christian churches with my whole girlfriend and family, wondering like, "Woo, am I going to hell?" Like so many times, opinions held me back from being authentic. So many things from my personal life that held me back. My traumas held me back. And so when you go through a lot of stuff and you really decide like, I'm tired, I don't care. So it's to be able to say so like that tattoo was a big deal for me when I got it, and it's still a big deal for me now because it's like my God is the only one that I'm really worried about. I don't care about the opinions of others that has held me back in the past. I had to release and let that go. So I promise you, when you release your church hurt and any spiritual trauma and any religious trauma that you got that's holding you back, you're going to continue to elevate higher and you're going to continue to walk in your truth, knowing that, yeah, I let people talk to me that way, or I allow people to make me feel I was less than, but you know who you are now. And so that's the beauty of being able to grow because now you can become a master teacher to be able to inspire and help people to come out and tell their story, which is where you are now with your Why Not Us podcast. So look how things turned around for you. Like people held you back and made you feel some type of way, but now you can break those barriers and everybody that was talking whatever they was talking and see how successful, especially when you get over there all living life in LA.
Yeah, big energy. Yeah, that's the
Yes,
energy right there, man. Like
yes,
I can't wait to, cause I just want people to feel like they matter
yeah,
without buts.
yeah. Because the bus is all we remember. I didn't even hear the I love you or I care for you or whatever because what you said after that shut me down.
Yeah, so it's just
Like
like but,
yeah, and
like
so that's what
but.
we hold on to. So I love that you're pouring into your nephew now to teach him there's no buts holding him back. There's no restrictions. I know that we got
Yeah,
to follow certain rules, but we still don't allow them to, be who they are. Like I need for him to learn how to operate and learning how to be a manifester and continue because he's here to boss up. I told you he's here to boss up, show people he's a boss. He's here to help people. He's here to manage. He's here to do a lot of things, and he's already getting that foundation of knowing what that looks like. So he gonna tap into that energy. Like my son, I'm teaching him to be the generator, continue to light the world. That's what generators are here to do. So it's like you always got to find a way and a team that's gonna back you up, so you can break away from all those things that was holding you back. So I look forward
yeah,
to your church hurt series. That's gonna be something that
yeah.
the world needs to hear.
Hey, it most definitely is. It's going. The first episode will be August the 28th, and me and my
Okay.
cousin gonna go live.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have other people up there. You know what I'm saying? This is not an attack on
No, it's people sharing their story. Like break.
yeah,
It sounds like you got a whole lineup of generational curse breakers over, breakers over there. Like I love it. So listen, that's how we work through generational trauma. Is we tell our story. Trauma gets passed on from generations because we have lack of knowledge, lack of experience. We don't talk about these things. What's seen, what happens in my house stays in my house. Stay in all of those old things. So it's time to honor our ancestors and start opening. You know how many years our ancestors had to go hiding their, hiding and not being able to speak their mind and having to do things they didn't want to do. So use this platform to allow people to share their stories so they can break curse and they can teach their children it's okay to have a voice so we can operate from the throat chakra and get some
yeah.
healing and get it out.
Yeah, so I most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate everything that you said, like with the balance, you know what I'm saying, with everything, because for a long time I had a problem with Christians.
Mm,
Not because not everybody, but certain types of
someone.
Christians,
Yeah.
that will tell you a Bible verse. And you know what? I don't even care. Like I had to do a speech at church one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a girl that was at my church, and she was messing with a married man, and everybody was attacking her,
Mm-hmm.
but not me.
Yeah.
I wasn't attacking her because I knew what it was like to be isolated. I knew what it was like to not fit in. I knew what it was like. So in a sense, I understood what she was going through. I never judged her, but when I started to get older and stuff like that, that same person started judging me. That same
Wow.
person started judging me, hitting me with Bible verses, hitting me with Bible verses, hitting me with Bible verses. But the whole time when I was young, I remember seeing her in the church messing with a married man, and I was the only person that didn't judge her. I was the only person like, yo, never bringing that up, but I knew what was going on when I was younger, 13, 14, 15,
Mm,
16, 17. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
12, 30. I know what's going on. I see what's going on, but I
Yeah.
never judged her. Never. But once I really started coming out and being who I am, she threw a Bible verse at me. She wrote a whole paragraph at me. And I'm like, how in the hell can you come for me when
Right.
everybody was coming for you? I was the one patting you on your back at a young age. I was the one still believing in you. I was the one
Mm-hmm.
understanding that I can't judge you. All I could do is love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always
Yeah.
been of God. I've
Yeah.
always been of love and
Always
light.
operating from the reflection of God. And like that's
And,
that's crazy how that turned around. That's
and then,
exactly why I got got a Bible on my arm.
Girl, that's
So
exactly
people
what
would throw
happened to
them
me.
at you.
I'm talking about wrote a whole paragraph. Wrote
Well,
a
kudos to
whole
you for sharing your
paragraph.
testimony. That's crazy. But
Whole
that goes
wrote
to show you, though. I don't know where they are
man.
now, but when you
I
do stuff
don't.
like that, I'm a firm believer in, karma
Yeah,
gonna
and
do
I
what it
felt
do.
like I couldn't. I felt like I couldn't fight Christians. You understand? Not like physically, but I felt
Yeah,
like they was hiding behind the Bible, like the Bible was protecting them. So I
yeah,
ain't mess with them. Like how I'm gonna say that, man? They Christians. I can't. So now I don't really care what you are. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna
yeah.
come for your neck. I'm coming for your neck. You will not disrespect me.
Yeah.
You will not belittle me, and your opinions I don't care about no more. So it's just like now I don't care. I'm free. Praise the Lord.
That's
I'm
what's
free.
up.
No longer bound. No chains holding me.
Yes,
Real
that's what's
talk.
up.
That's the
I
energy
mean,
I'm
that
on.
I appreciate you sharing it because that again, it goes right on back to what we're talking about opinions and how, like you said, that actually ruled your life for a long time. So now you're able to
Man.
broke the chain and said, this is not holding me back anymore. So you continue to, process, like you said, of how that
I,
release of church hurt gonna help you.
I most
Because
definitely.
you are learning to be still. You're learning how to be still. You have learned different methods, and so shout out to your other half again for teaching you that, so you can get still and forgive yourself. Because the biggest thing is forgiving you for, like you said,
Yeah.
how did I allow that? How did I do those things? Forgive yourself for that. That's gonna be your first step to releasing. Because when we can finally be authentic and be in relationships that's genuine, like I'm always grateful for the one that I'm in, because that person didn't care about my past, didn't care about, all the things. They embraced me in the same way as I embraced him. So you want to find people that's going to understand the pain you've been through, that you still a work in progress, and releasing that. And as we continue to grow, we continue to heal other people. So let's keep
Yeah.
doing it.
For sure, for sure. And listen, anybody, because we always do this. Anybody want to join us today? Like, come up here on the platform and join us. I can
Yeah.
send y'all a invite right now if y'all would like to join us right now. What's up, sis? What's good with you? Sis, you most definitely got to come up here, and Gina got to come up here. Michelle will be up here to tell her story. Next week, Michelle will be in the building. She will be coming live
Okay.
to share
Shout
her
out.
story. So big energy fam will be up here doing that. But I'm grateful for the people that I'm just grateful for you, Sheeka. Thank you for always
Oh yeah.
coming through. I appreciate your consistency. I appreciate your knowledge. I appreciate your love and light. Um, I appreciate your honesty, and I'm happy for you. I'm
Thank
really
you.
happy for you. I'm happy that you have a person that's for you.
Yeah.
Um, you're an amazing mom, and I'm just happy for you, man. I'm
Thank
really
you.
happy because you deserve all the great things, man. You're an amazing human,
Thank
like
you. I
real
appreciate
talk.
that. And
No doubt.
I got to throw the love back at, because I promise you, like I was doing my meditation today, and I was just like, just thanking, spirit for allowing me to be authentic. Because I used to be like pulling cards, and the spiritual side of me, that ain't nothing I would talk about. And so I decided I wasn't gonna let the opinions of others hold me back. But it feels good to be able to be Sheeka and to just talk about the things that I want to talk about, and not have to worry about the opinions of others. Like, if it resonates, it resonates. If it don't, it don't. You agree, you agree. Don't, you don't. I really don't care. So I know that I am here to help the collective connect to their authentic selves and their spiritual selves, and not be held back from different things. So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do this and touch who we need to touch on Friday. So I appreciate you for creating Why Not Us.
Yeah, hey, you already know the vibes. What's up, Rexine? What's going on? Like, ladies, that's in the like people. Like, this is the opportunity. I see 10 people are looking. What's going on, beautiful souls?
Shout out
I
to
hope
all
all
of
is
y'all.
well.
Shout out to all
Oh,
of
oh,
y'all.
hold on. Look at my old lady. She what? Well, they know my old lady. She said, Sheeka, we're in the 12th day of the month. What's up with the group that was supposed to start?
You look, hold me accountable. Yes. So I am working. Yeah, I had to put it on pause because when COVID hit me, it slowed me down and put me behind. But I am literally doing my trial error with my the platform that I'm going to be using. So I am hoping, because I was hoping to get it started this month. So now I'm looking like it's going to be September. But I'm actually going through the trial run of the the platform that I'm using. So let's shoot for when I come up here next Friday to have an actual date. But I'm trying to get it done right after Labor Day. So get everybody trying to come back and get everybody integrated, and I'm be ready to go. So just as a recap, I'm actually going to be launching 2 coaching programs. So one is going to be for individuals, again, mind, body, spirit, mental health, mental wellness type topics, spirituality, that kind of thing. And then the other one's going to be for couples. So you don't have to be married. You can be in a committed relationship. Hell, if you're in a brand new relationship and want to grow. So I want to be able to offer 2 opportunities for that. So just know that it's coming. So thank you for asking about that. I'm definitely in the background making some moves. So it's coming for real.
Hey, you already know we coming. You already
Yeah.
know we most definitely we
So tell
doing
your
both
people to
of
tell your
them.
people.
Hey, we
I'm
doing
ready.
both
I'm
of them
excited.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited because again, this is a space where I want people to be, to learn. I love when I get in teaching mode and help people figure things out. So, but yeah, so hopefully, that'll be coming soon. So thank you for asking about that.
And my cousin up here. What up, Cam? Just remember, appointed lips are not always anointed. People been talking since the beginning of time, and it won't stop. So you just gotta move around. You're doing what you were destined to do. Never be afraid to step on toes. I love you, Cam.
Yay.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yay.
So anybody, because I love. Wait a minute, you all right,
I'm
girl?
good.
I thought you had fell out to sea. Girl,
trying
glad.
to trying to operate, reading the chat, and trying to look. I ain't listen. I'm gonna back on my computer next week.
For sure. But look, so the people that's in the chat right now, anybody want to come up here to the platform and talk to us, you know what I'm saying, for 15 minutes. This is y'all time right now to do it. Just let me know. Y'all, if y'all just
Yeah, I
want to
can
stay
come
in the
live.
chat, yeah, y'all can come live with us. What up, Rexine? So today's topics were about opinions of others, how we basically react to opinions type vibe, and also the what else,
The
man?
infinity, like yeah. So I had pulled a
Infinity.
card. Yeah, I had pulled the
Yeah.
card earlier about just the infinity symbol. Talking about balance and daily routines, but also talking about opinions, learn how to be your own hero. Does opinion shut you down? That kind of thing. So we were just kind of having our own conversation about how it's impacted us and what that looks like. And I also got to give a homework reflection. So with the reflection of that, you know, again, I kind of actually said it earlier, but as you're working on a release, because yeah, the official full moon came in last night. But it's still going to be some energy. With the full moon, you can still, tap into that energy for another day or two. So, what do you want to release? If opinions of others have been holding you back, or you still have some attachment, let's say like you're living your life, but you don't understand that there's some unresolved trauma attached to people's opinions. Like we was kind of having a whole dialogue about that earlier. Like if you got some church hurt or some family hurt, if you got some I'm just is in my spirit to say it. If you got some unresolved incest abuse, somebody got some family stuff that they've been hiding, it's time to release and let it go. Maybe shed some light on it. So that's I don't know why, but that's in my spirit. So please just make sure, like, if you got opinions of others that's been holding you back, this is the time to release and let it go. Identify what that is so you can release it and make some action and move forward. And then, like I said, the balance is always going to be a continued message. How are you providing balance in your life? Because opinion's probably holding you back. So
For sure. So once again, let me see. I'm gonna call some people out. Michelle, what's up? You want to get up here and talk to us? Kenda, you want to get up here and talk to us? Zora, you want to get up here and talk to us? Arlethea, you want to get up here and talk to us? Cam, you want to get up here? Rexine, I already know Rexine will come through. She'll come up here for sure.
Rexine had blessed us too last
Yeah,
time. But yeah,
for
look, that's the
sure.
thing too. Y'all remember, like, if you don't,
Dora,
want to come live, you welcome to,
yeah.
in the comments, because whatever we talk about, I love to hear, your thoughts on, what that looks like for you. You have your own personal story that you want to share about how opinions have held you back. We love to hear, because again, this is about growth. We're here to grow, y'all. Here to grow together. So it's like, sometimes somebody's story might be relevant that
Hold
can help
on.
you move forward. Or you got
So
somebody?
yeah, Gina. All right,
Okay.
Gina, I'm about to send you the invites right now. Mama's little girl, man. She used to babysit me. I love her, man. Hold on for
Tina
a
has such
second.
a beautiful personality.
For sure, man. I'm about to send it to her right now. Boom. All right. I already sent it. Mama's little girl. So that's what she called me and my sister mama's little girl. Like, so
Okay.
that's why I be like mama's little girl. So that's what we do.
That's what's up.
I sent it, Gina, so you could join. Anybody else that want to join, we do not have. Listen, 10 people could get up here. Girl, how I'm getting on? Check your inbox, right? And I sent you a link, and you could join the link. Check your inbox. I sent the inbox. The what's called it? Okay, Michelle. Okay, say less. Michelle too. Girl, this the energy. Let's go, baby.
Y'all Let's taking the initiative. I love it.
For sure. Hold on. Let me send it to her. I ain't playing. I am not playing today.
Let's do it.
Let's go. There you go. Because 14 people looking.
And you know, like I said, even if y'all don't want to go live and you got something that you want to share in the comments, like this is an engagement process. Like, let's engage and talk. And like I said, heal together because we all here to learn from each other, man.
You better go ahead and tell them, Sheeka. You better go ahead and
because you know it's like how many times we've been censored. Your family can't talk about stuff, and it's just like, man, if y'all on y'all lunch break and can't talk, we understand.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We appreciate you tuning in. And even for the ones that catch the replay, I want to shout out, like I know sometimes people are at work, so if you can't never like come on live with us on Fridays 11:30 and you catch the replay, even if you still got a story to share, pop on the next week or send us a message or whatever. You know, I want people to be able to still be able to talk about what they want to talk about.
For sure.
Can you see me? Hey, y'all. Listen, y'all know it took me a minute. I'm almost in the 50 club, so it took me a minute to figure this out.
But you here, though.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, y'all. Y'all, listen, I love this show. I never catch it live because I'm always doing some shenanigans. But today I was in the car with Nia. I said, oh, they on. And I pushed it, so I started watching. But I love the content. And you know we need this because what we don't do, and our community, excuse me, I still had this lingering thing for COVID. I survived 3 years working with kids, working inpatient, working substance abuse, and didn't get COVID. Went on a vacation and came back when my husband had it. Then he gave it to me because I guess he didn't want to be the only one in the house with COVID. But anyway, so what we don't talk about in our community is healing. A lot. We're getting there, but we don't talk about it's shunned. You know what I'm saying? We pray a lot of stuff away, are supposed to. Or oh, don't worry about it, it'll get better. No, it's not better now. You know what I'm saying? So how are we gonna get through with this? I have to talk to my girls because I wanted them to have a relationship. Tell me anything. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you're not going to do is talk to Ray and he's going to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? So they come to me about anything. And I wanted to piggyback on the opinions, but I'm rambling. I just came in from eating Chick-fil-A, but I'm getting ready to walk it off. I'm going to do my 3 miles today. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about the opinions. What I had to tell myself, and I wanted to prevent my daughters from going through the same things. So listen. Always look at the source. Are they there to help you? Is it an unsolicited opinion? Did you ask them? Did you overshare? Because oversharing can be good to the right person, but it's bad to the wrong. You know, what do they really want you to get from this? Are they there to beat you down? So always look at the source of the person who's giving you opinions. Always be mindful of who you share information with. Because everybody don't have your best interests at heart. Everybody is not where you are. That's what because I'm all for I love people. I love love. I love children and I love old people. You know what I love people and I love people to grow. That's why I had to move. Moving was growth for me. I love my hometown, but it's too much. We carry too much of what we were taught. And if you don't go anywhere and you don't grow, you won't know that's not healthy.
That's right.
Because, you're not going to, hey, that's my husband probably looking, who's she talking to? But anyway, so that's all I wanted to share about opinions.
Thank you.
Because you just have to really be careful. And I did want to, because, I'm a mental health nurse, so I always got to put a plug in.
Yes.
Because I learned a lot working in mental health. Because you know what we do, what we call ourselves doing is helping people, but we need help. So what we were taught to do, I incorporated it in my healing. So reflecting. I when I was working inpatient substance use disorders, they had to reflect. I think 2 3 times a day. I was like, oh, what the devil is reflecting? You know, young, you know. So I incorporate that every day. See what I'm doing now? I was outside after this. I was gonna reflect, and then I was gonna do my walk. But
Mm-hmm.
I reflect. I take the time to reflect. Okay, what do you need to do today? What
Yep.
should you have done? What do we need to, what's your goal today? You know,
Yep.
I said I do positive affirmations because the world will beat you up. Family will beat you up.
Mhm.
Everybody. I pat myself on the back. I remember my mom used to say, "Oh, Gina, let somebody else toot your own horn. Why not toot my own horn?" You know what I'm
Hello.
saying?
Be your own
So
cheerleader.
I need to, you know, like today, my daughter's humble. I'm not. I'm still working on me. So I said she probably gonna be mad I'm sharing this, but she got picked. It was 120 applicants. She's the only intern. She's the only one that got picked for the co-op position
That's good.
out of 120 at
Congratulations.
a
Shout
major
out to
the
you.
first black
Yes.
scientist, the first black scientist in the family. I always say that, but she's like, "Mommy, please." But
Oh,
so I
yes,
said,
mommy, please keep
that's
sharing.
an
Hey,
accomplishment. We're gonna
I'm
put
proud
that out.
of you.
We're gonna put that out in the air. It's no need to hide your accomplishments. But
That's
she
right.
wants to hide it because she feels not hide, but she doesn't want to boast about it because she feels like it's making other people feel, yeah, that's not their path. Everybody's path is different. And one
Correct.
thing your mama gonna do, if you don't shout, I'm shouting. It's an
Hello.
accomplishment. You a black girl in
Facts.
limited a limited field. She's a scientist. It's a limited field.
Come
That's an
on, black
accomplishment. This
scientists.
is
Go on
a
and create over there.
you know what I'm saying? A major company. That's an accomplishment. It's
Yeah,
okay to look in the mirror and say, "Good job, Neil. You work your butt off for that.
I'm
You
proud of you.
network like
girl.
crazy." You
That's
know,
what's up.
it's okay to tell yourself thank you. So that's what we are. Like you know, life is learning. Every day you learn. Everybody don't know everything, and everybody don't know everything about every subject. You know, I do. I'm mental
Right.
health. Talk to me about mental health. But if you want to talk to me about finances, we going shopping. So you know what I'm saying. So it's okay to go. You know, to go where you need to be. So if I need something about finances, I'm gonna call my sister because she work in banking and finance. You know, so
That's what it's about.
to make me whole, to feed me what I need to do. You know, so that's all. That's all. Next time I'll be together and my
You
path will
were
be
together
clearer.
Girl,
You
you
think
been
so? 'Cause,
good.
girl, look at me. I
Yes.
came in the house. I'm picking up my clothes for a wedding tomorrow. I said, Lord, what am listen.
Ain't no opinions over
Hey,
here.
Uh-huh.
We appreciate you coming up here.
I
And
appreciate you,
I
mom.
love y'all show. I usually catch it after the fact. Cause y'all just so I love it. Sometimes one time
Thank
when
you.
Kendall was on, hey Kendall, when she was on, y'all had me crying. This one almost had me crying. I'm a crier. This one had me crying. And I just released the order. Just come on out, cry, cry. And I can't wait to see your PTSD about the church ones, because religion, church, spiritual like Sheeka was saying, it's prevalent. I
Yep.
had a lot of patients, but I had one patient that was really so traumatized. But I was like, oh my God, traumatized, and she was gay. So it's real. It's
Yep.
real. So I can't even imagine. That's why every time I think about it, and when you tell your story, I cry. That's why I was on the phone crying with you too. And yes, you still mama's little girl.
Yeah,
Y'all still mama's little girl.
I love you, man. I love you,
I
Gina.
and I
I
love you
really
more.
do. I
I
love
still
you.
look at y'all like baby with ponytail. You know, to me, y'all never grow up, even though you full grown, both of y'all. But y'all still my babies, and I love y'all.
And you already know the
And
vibes. You know
and
I
my
love
door will
you.
always be open. If
I
you were to say
know.
right now, Gina, I'm in New Jersey. I'm on 295. Come on.
I
Here
know.
go my address. That's all you have to do.
I,
You too, Sheika. If you ever up here, y'all call me because I'm bored. I be
Good to
homesick
know.
like
I
crazy.
appreciate it.
hey,
Yes.
you are. I'm
But
in Connecticut, so I mean,
where y'all drive up? Connecticut only like three hours. You and your girl. I would love to meet Mama's little girl plus three. Girl, come on.
Most definitely. I appreciate you. I love you, Gina, man. When
I
I go to
love you
LA,
more.
you know you got to come out there to the opening. That's the energy I'm on. You got to come out. She left, but
She left.
yeah, but it's all good. What's up, Michelle? What up,
How y'all
family?
doing?
How you doing? Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
You know, I had to. And I was sitting over here like, what am I going to talk about? Y'all talked about so much today.
Yeah.
Even the time that I had jumped in, but what she was talking about with mental health, you know, that kind of hit me a little bit. Because
Okay.
that's what we'll be talking about next week with the
For
job
sure.
and mental
Yeah.
health. And it is real and people should pay attention. Even if you got somebody that just hit you like, I'm just not feeling right today. You don't know what's in that person's mind, what they
Mm-hmm.
be going through, you know. So it was just so much that was spoke on today.
Yeah.
Definitely. But see, this is what this platform is for. You know what I'm saying? To bring light to things that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Look, and people like to drag it under the rug. Let's bring it to the surface.
Right.
Exactly. Let's
Let's
talk about
have
it.
let's talk about it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Let's talk about it. Let's get it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's use
Right.
our voice.
Yep.
You
And we
understand what I'm
have to
saying?
because somebody else could be dealing with the same thing that I could be dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
but they're scared to speak about it.
Facts.
Especially
Yeah.
with me going against the state in the prison, like it's so many officers that deal with so much but won't speak on it because they're afraid of the retaliation of the job or this is
Yep.
my check. But your peace is worth so much more than any check that you could ever get.
Absolutely.
Say
Mm-hmm.
that again. Say
It
that
re-
again.
it is, your peace is worth so much more than a check.
Yeah.
Like it is so much more. If that job is not doing you right, you just got to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that
Your
burnout
peace is
is something
everything.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's deep.
It is.
That's like really deep. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you chose yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You chose yourself, and it says a lot about you.
But you don't understand. Like it's only me. This is me. You know, like it's not gonna be another Michelle if I leave. You know, like it's my
First.
livelihood. I have to put myself first in that kind of situation because if I don't, ain't no telling what may have happened, and I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all right now. And that's what I said in the other video that I made. I had to choose me. I had to choose my fiance, my life, my family. Like I had to choose myself. The job is
Mm-hmm.
still going to run if I was gone today. That
Oh
job is
yeah.
still running without me there. You know,
Yep.
they doing that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
still making their money.
Yeah.
So nothing would have changed except for, oh, I would not be here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. That's and then I can't wait to have a conversation with you next week, but working in that system, because I used to work there as well, well, not at the same
Right.
facility, but our mental health really doesn't matter. It doesn't, because we gotta do. That's a whole new world. That's like if they
What people fail to realize is like if it was an inmate that said mentally I don't feel okay, oh, we doing stuff, it's in place, we pulling you, we doing this, you're going to see that person, this person is on call. So where is the same thing for the officers?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and see,
So
Michelle, see what you're gonna do is you're gonna start something. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah,
You're gonna help those other officers that's going through the same thing that you experience, and you're
hmm
gonna help them.
right. And that's my plan. Like I plan on advocating for other people, especially the ones that your life is way more important than that job.
Mm.
Yes.
Your kids, you have to go home to children that you still have to raise and be positive in and speak over them and speak life. But how can you do that when you're not right yourself?
That's right.
And then you're still going to go into this job. You're still going to do your 12.25 or up to
12 point.
14.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like you better take some time for yourself, honey.
Yeah, because it's really deep, man. Like
Yeah.
working in a prison, and getting hurt at the prison really changed my whole mindset, man. Like for real. I need to let go of that too.
Okay, that's a good reflection. You identified it. Now work on releasing it.
I gotta let go of that too.
My issue with releasing is like, how do you release when you've been there for people and then them same people just give you their ass to kiss? Like, that's a hard thing to release.
But then with that, you got to decide with those people, like, what's your attachment to them? Like, is these people you still got to deal with? These people that, you know, are have caused such an impact that's deeper than what's going on right now. Because again, the energy of detachment, it takes a while. Like I mean, I was holding on to something for about 10 years and I finally, it's like I was releasing pieces and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But when that last little 3% was like off me, it was like that little piece was bigger than me releasing all the other pieces. So when you're dealing with people, you have to, it doesn't happen overnight. Like I said, you identifying what those things are is great, but then also, like, is it slowly detaching from that person? Is it detaching from the connection y'all had? Is it grieving the image that you had connected to that relationship? Is so much more. So releasing is a process in itself, and it takes practice. Because if you, like, let's say you're dealing with somebody that treats you like crap, but you still having to see them or hear about them, it's hard to release them when you still, got attachments to them.
Right.
So you have to find a way to be able to say, like, if you're dealing with certain people, how can I remove them, or how can I continue to, like, literally be in the same room with them and you only know they there? Like, that's when you're really able to release. So it takes time, but you got to figure out where does the attachment lie first. Attachment is really, really big.
Yeah. I get that. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna most definitely break everything down, and it's just beginning for all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I look forward to y'all sharing those stories, because I know, like, that, and that's another area. Like, I didn't see, like, both of my stepdad, my mom, they worked in the correctional. My sister-in-law was in there for a good little while, and I know how the mental health can be on officers. Anybody working in, like, the prison system, anybody working in these facilities. I was working in a detox crisis facility, like these helping professions that, trying to help people or dealing with the criminal mindset, the system. It's a lot, but mental health, it's like we got a long way to go. We getting there, but again, it takes conversations for people to shed light on what these things are. So let's continue. I'm so happy to hear, like, all these stories coming up where we breaking these generational curses and talking about this stuff. It's like, oh, y'all thought y'all was censoring us. We don't need those opinions. Let's talk about it.
And that's my big thing. Don't censor me, because that's my thing. I've been quiet for too long, so now it's time to get it out there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I do appreciate y'all having me up here.
You already know the vibes, man.
Thank you for coming.
For sure. Thank you.
You welcome.
All right. But yeah, man.
I appreciate. Shout out to Gina. Shout out to Michelle. That's what it's about, y'all. So again, we have a topic. If y'all want to jump in the future, this is what we do. But this is what it's about, like having conversations and creating awareness about topics, because I know some of y'all got things that y'all want to talk about. So I appreciate that. So people still live with the very thing they've been taught, the fear of the unknown. But in order to tap into that peace and find that balance, you have to step outside of the normalcy of life or what people have projected as such. Only when you tap into what's real in your life and know that the God is inside of you will you begin to find that balance and forget about the opinions of others, and your peace will be unveiled. Come through. Listen,
you better say that. Hey, that's my first cousin.
Shout out to you. Like, and that's what it's about, like being able to say what you need to say. So that's a perfect note to end on. I ain't got nothing to say after that.
Yo, that
Why not us podcast?
Woo! Hey, we love you too, Michelle. We love you too, Michelle. We most definitely love you,
Queen.
Listen,
love to you.
I love all y'all. All y'all I love. You know what I'm saying? I love all of y'all. And honestly, I do. And for the people that has never heard of Why Not Us podcast, this podcast is to motivate, uplift, is the voice for the voiceless. And this is what we do every Friday. So if you're not busy on Fridays, you gotta tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Check out Freestyle Friday chats.
So everybody, I love this. Was amazing.
Yeah, this was a good. I'm telling you, I already knew this morning. Spirit was like, wake up, get up, do what you got to do your routine because you got something to say. It's topics needed. This was amazing. So I thank everybody that tuned in. Again, as always, shout out to people who catch the replay. This Freestyle Friday is what it is. We talk about just different topics and things that we need to talk about. So I appreciate everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Remember, it's the Leo season, so tap into that Leo energy. If you're not a Leo, tap into that Leo energy today.
You already know the vibes. Once again, it's Why Not Us podcast. I hope everybody have an amazing Friday. I love all of y'all. And shoot, why not us? Hey, let's go. Let's go. And we out. Peace and blessings, y'all.